welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified podcast. Today is April 17th, 2024. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Yo, it's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. Yeah, it's been a good week. Definitely happy to talk about it with you. News hasn't been too crazy, though.
I mean, we definitely got some big news. But, some things that, here and there when it comes down to it. So I appreciate anyways that we are here to talk about, once again, Pokemon Go news updates and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as you do. We got somebody in the chat, brand new first time chatter. Thank you so much, Mr. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the live recording of the Purified Podcast episode 199. That means that we are literally one episode away for 200 episodes, brother. Jesus,
I was just thinking about that. Yeah,
it's crazy. I guess I wish we would have been in episode 200, so we actually talk about this whole new update that we're, it's been hyped since last week, I guess. Yeah, last week. Okay, almost died there for a second, but it happens to be. But yeah, so yeah, we're here. We are happy to be back for another episode. Make sure that everybody checks out the Pokemon Professor Network. Wonderful people to work with every single time. We got a bunch of things actually happening pretty very soon. Actually, if you see our nice little faces there, it's because, the Professor Network is actually expanding and also adding some new additions to the network. We want to actually congratulate Lane from the Good Morning Johto. Wonderful radio host podcast that we actually love to hear because it's Pokemon Go related and Pokemon in general. But we actually had Lane back a while back into the show, and it was actually super fun to have him. He's now part of the network, so we are actually, once again, we are now a big family. We have a bunch of other podcasts between Lured Up, Special Conditions, Gotta Watch Them All, Way Spotters, and now Good Morning Johto. Ourselves, of course, the Purified Podcast here too. So we expect a lot from us. We're actually start to ramp up a lot of new things. So keep an eye out for the Professor Network because that is the network that you'll find most of our content. We'll see what else we're actually going to do based on that, and we'll definitely get back to you all on that one when it comes down to it. But definitely check us out. Check everybody out there. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited that it's going to be a lot going on. I'm sure Chris has his own opinion.
Hate it. No,
I know.
I'm super excited. I'm glad to see it as more of a family now.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, we were definitely been a big family. We've always been promoting the Professor Network for a lot of different things. But we, regardless of how maybe, I know that there's more to come pretty soon, and I love it. I love it that that's the case when it comes down to it. So, but yeah, I guess we should start talking some Pokemon Go stuff because it's been a week and everybody loves what we're doing. So I guess we'll start with our usual recaps. We had a few events happen this last week and weekend. Notoriously, the Balgot event, which just ended at the end of today as a recording of this podcast. We also had.
I didn't realize.
I know, right? We also had Heracross Mega Raid Day, which was very, very fun, to say the least. And yeah, that's about it. We had Spotlight Hour yesterday and Raid Hour today. That's pretty much it, right? Yeah. Yeah. What we got?
Well, I only had pretty much one thing that I wanted out of this event, female shiny Combi. And that was literally the first shiny I got, so I was very happy.
Same.
Yeah. On a Heracross Raid Day, I only got one shiny female, so now I got 2 and 2 males, 2 female. Remember, guys, we live in Florida. We see them all the time.
Yeah.
From the quest for evolving the Pokemon, in the event tab, I was able to get a shiny Pinsir. That was cool. I think out of all the ones that you could get over there, I think that was the one I wanted the least amount. But still cool.
Yeah.
Scyther, I got a 14, 15, 14 female Grass Cloak shiny Burmy. So that was cool. And then when I was dropping off Zach, I actually got another male Combi shiny.
Of course.
Yeah, I was like,
Of course.
I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, it is how it is.
Yeah, but that's all for me.
All right.
What did you get?
Let's see. I know I got a few shinies, if I know how to spell shiny. I did get the shiny female combi, so that's actually my second one, and I'm actually happy to say that technically the family is fully completed now because I did get a one earlier. I got 6 shiny Heracross from Mega Ray Day.
All the people that don't live in Florida crying.
I know, right? I also got a shiny Scyther, just by clicking around, as always. I got a shiny Lickitung. I think it was like yesterday morning that I actually just randomly clicked on a wild one, and then it happens to be that. And a shiny Tapu Bulu from Raid Hour today. Yeah. That was pretty good. I know Chris is crying because I think he's not have that shiny either.
I got Bulu. I think it's just Finny I need now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll come back eventually, But yeah, so that's actually the whole on that. Let's see. I don't think I actually got any Hondos this week because I was actually a bit more preoccupied on actually getting more whatchamacallits.
Yeah, you had a good chunk last week though.
Yeah, but at the same time, I was like, I let that go. Plus, actually, the run for Pokestops because I was actually running low Pokeballs. So that was been like the week's recap for me, technically. I don't think I have anything good Shadow-wise or Purifiable-wise, I guess, because, it is the Purified podcast. We were going to go ahead and just purify a Shadow for Hicks and giggles. I never actually... Did I? Have I purified a Snorlax before? I haven't, but you know what? A lot of Stardust. Let's do it. Just so that, people can tell that we are part of the Purified podcast because we are, we purify stuff. And then, everybody cries sometimes, not every time. I mean, here's the thing. It's like, I'm the one that likes to purify things because of the Honda things. Chris doesn't like to do it, yet he has the Purify metal and I don't. So
that is true.
So we kind of balance each other out. We're like the yin and yang of the Purify podcast here. So, it's like, yeah, he has a little bit of goodness in him with his shadow, and I'm half the bad in me.
Hiding my goodness, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I guess that actually worked out for a lot of things, but, it is how it is. But yeah, so actually that was, pretty well. So let's go over the events itself. Let's start with the Bug Out event, which is basically the first thing that happened throughout the week. To be honest, I guess it was okay. I wouldn't say that it was one of the best events ever, of course. I wouldn't say that it was probably a very good event regardless, because it's just bug types. Unless there was Larvesta or Shedinja possibilities and everything like that, or any other bug type shiny or new shiny bug type or something like that, then maybe it would have been a little more easy to say that this was a good event.
I'm going to tell A-Drive you said that.
All right, guys, so I got to leave the country now. So oh, man. Well, technically, that would have been like an A-Drive thing. Luckily, he doesn't play this game anymore. So
really? Okay,
yeah.
never mind.
Yeah, no, yeah, so we're good there. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. I guess a little bit of mixed feelings about it. I would say a couple of spawns that I was actually happy to see. I think it was Dwabble and all those things that I really do need the shiny, and unfortunately this to get. The combis...
Extra larges are good to get, too.
Yeah, extra large goodness for sure. But aside from that, I mean, everything else was research, and some of the research was just really hard unless you had somebody to actually play with, trade a Pokemon or catch X amount of Pokemons here and there, throw curveball throws and everything. Dewpider was in research, but not in the wild. Burmy was in research, but, extremely rare in the wild for some reason.
Yeah, I think most of the ones I saw were Adventure Incense.
Yeah, and there wasn't really an egg shakeup or anything, so technically we didn't really have anything from there anyways. So yeah, I don't know. The raids were, fairly mediocre. I didn't try to do a shuckle because I just didn't care. So
I forgot. I really wanted to, but I did forget.
But that's the thing, I get it, Chris. I get it. Yeah, I don't know. I give it a 4.
Whoa. Okay.
I'll be happy. Okay, I'll be a little bit,
Dang. I'll remember that for the next time you rank.
Hey, it's in recording, okay? It's in recording. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I want to say I give it a honest 4, but just to be good and happy about some things, I'll just give it a 5. I guess just for the heck of things. How about you,
Okay.
Chris?
So I thought the spawns in the wild were kind of, for what it was, I thought it was kind of meh. I thought the quests were really good though. Dew Powder was really cool to find in quests.
Yeah.
Getting a guaranteed, good IV Burmy was really cool. And they were fairly common. The trade of Pokemon was fairly annoying, but I did like that it gave you Carablast and Shelmet, Pokemon that you do have to trade. So it's funny, you trade and then you trade again to evolve it. But overall, I think I'd probably give it like a 6.
Okay.
Like a lot of shiny possibilities, but a lot of repeats for a lot of veterans.
Yeah, I mean, it was good for a lot of people who really do needed their bugs, shinies, and everything. I know our friends definitely wanted the shinies in many, many ways.
Yeah, a lot of newer players definitely had a full plate to hunt for.
Yeah.
Female Combi was like the chase, though.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%.
So I'm really glad they made it easy.
And it's hilariously enough to say that the whole thing was actually revolved around Burmy. And then, people were actually more worried about Combi for that reason. So I guess Niantic kind of like switch her up on us in the end of the day, because in the end of the day, that's the only one that really people care about there. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm still gonna stick with my rating there. I honestly, I think that it could have been just a bit better. But that's the thing. I mean, even if they would have, let's say, put Larvesta in a higher tier, to be able to actually, hatch a little bit more, because I know people are still looking for that, unfortunately. It would be like, that would actually straight shot into like a 7 or 8 just for that reason. Just because, the chances of getting a Larvesta right now is like, for that reason. And that's because, Larvesta and Volcarona is still one of my favorite bug type Pokemon around, but still,
I will say, I probably wouldn't have given it a 6, maybe a 5, or maybe a 4 like you. If we didn't have Mega Heracross.
True. Okay. Okay. That's all the 5 as 5. Yeah.
Did make it a tiny bit better.
Yeah. So let's actually talk about that and talk about the feature that the Mega Raid actually was given us for that reason. So, Mega Heracross Raid Day was out. Technically, Mega Heracross was already out. Basically, I think the same day that the event started, or the day before, or something like that. So
I think it started the day before, and then it started Friday, and then Saturday was Heracross.
Yeah. Yeah. So, drowsy, stop. Thank you. Anyways, so that was a good thing. So, Mega Heracross, not a super hard boss to really take down. It was basically a 4-star boss for us in the end of the day. Quadruple weak to flying types. So, and that's the cool thing, because there's actually a Pokemon that you can evolve to give the damage that you need, and at the same time give the candy expenses of the bug type. So Pinsir actually evolves into a flying bug type Pokemon when it Mega Evolves. So a lot of people don't think they know that, but maybe they don't play Pinsir that much, unfortunately. But that's the thing. Because of that, you actually get both bonuses: flying for the damage and bug for the catches. So, and plus, the event itself was a bug type event, so that actually helps you boost your extra large candy grind if you had a level 3 or higher. Still, how it may be, that was Mega Heracross Hero Day in Pokemon Go. I did have already a Hundo ready to go for that, so I'm actually happy to say the least, and I have that, so that's pretty cool. It is being in rotation for my Mega levels. But I also got a 98, 15, 14, 15 shiny female Mega Heracross. So that is, do you see, it's also in the rotation for it, so I'm actually happy about that. I wish it would have been the Shando. I think somebody in our group got a Hundo, and I think I was the only one with the max amount of shinies in the entire day.
Crazy amount of shinies from you.
Yeah, I was happy about the ability to actually get this many shinies. So I'm kind of good if everybody needs some shiny Heracross. I'm sure a lot of people already have them or will be trading by the time you actually even meet me in New York or anything like that. So no worries. I still have them for that reason.
Burmy spawned at my house. Now it's teasing us.
I know, right? That'd be hilarious. Nah, we just gotta go a Bronson and just like roulette it or
Ah,
something. But yeah, so that's that. That was actually that. So because of that, and now here's the thing: there was also the feature that Mega Heracross, once you defeat the raid itself, you did get extra spawns or extra bug type spawns, spawning in the vicinity of the gym for an extra 15 minutes or so. So a lot of people really don't care about that because it was more bugs than what we already had. But there were some Pokemons that are actually spawning that I think weren't spawning in the regular pool for the event. I think Scissor was actually one of them when it came down to it. But that's the thing, it's like we saw the extra spawns, and even now, even like we did a couple of Tapu Bulu raids, and I think the bonus was still also there, So it wasn't just the Mega, but it was actually if you complete any, I think 5-star or Mega raid, I think that's it. I haven't actually tried it on a regular raid, anyways. So.
yeah, I don't remember what the lowest it does it for is.
Yeah, so that was cool too because again, more spawns means more catches, more experience, more Stardust, and all that stuff. So it's easy Pokemon to catch, easy things to do in the end of the day. So I think that was okay. We did have some fun, our friends Amanda, Rachel, Chris, and I were just raining as much as we could for the remaining of the hours. We had some good dinner afterwards, and we called it a night. It was nice. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So I guess because of that, I'll bump it up to a 5.5. Honestly, I'll still give it a 4.
Because Heracross loved you. Yeah.
I guess that's just it. I mean, I don't. But that's the thing. It's like I don't want to actually like, base an event on how many shinies I got. I want to base it on how well the spawns were, how exciting I was to actually play them, how to find them, and how to catch them, and things like that. So
yeah, it's more the possibilities. I feel like
yeah. So again, if it wasn't for Mega Heracross and the raid itself, I would have just given it a straight 4 at that point. But a 5.5, I think is a great good event. In that sense, it's a 50-50 when it comes down to it. But again, this is just my opinion. If you guys had better opinions when it comes down to it, it's up to you guys. So yeah, that was all that we had last week. We had some interesting stuff actually happen to be announced last week. So you should get into our research topics of the week. Chris, very first news for us here.
Yeah. They're telling us it's time to get out and explore. I thought we did that every day, but they want us to do it with our buddy during Sustainability Week. And I see Combi in this picture, which is making me laugh because I'm thinking about all the people that didn't get the shiny female Combi.
I'm thinking about why we're actually having this again, So, but
Yeah. I've seen people trashing this event, pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm definitely interested to see what it's all about. Sustainability Week. It starts Monday, April 22nd. So we got 5 days from the recording of this at 10 a.m. Friday. Or sorry, 10 a.m. to Friday, April 26th at 8 p.m. local time. The event bonuses: increased frequency of buddy Pokemon bringing you souvenirs and presents, so you won't have to stress as much about getting those bonus hearts. Your buddy will spend more time on the map after being fed berries or poffins. I'm very interested to see how long, to be honest. The distance to earn buddy hearts will be halved. Very happy about that. And eggs, Pokemon hatch. I think this is the one that everyone really likes. Eggs. Pokemon hatched in 2-kilometer eggs obtained during the event will have a greater chance of being a shiny Pokemon than those found in the wild or field research. I know we're always skeptical. I think they might have did it right this time, but we'll see.
Okay, all
right. We got Combi, Drillbur, Trubbish, Fungus, and Binacle. None of those are new shinies, but I think all of them are pretty sought after shinies. I know Trubbish is new for me, and honestly, I'd still be happy with any of them. I think they're all really cool shinies.
Dribble definitely is one a shiny that I really want anyways. So
yeah, and especially a good IV one.
Yeah, definitely. So go on.
Yeah. So the field research task encounters we can get are going to be Combi, Drober, Trubbish, and Binacle. So not as many, and for some reason they made Fungus rare, which is kind of funny. The collection challenges. There's going to be event-themed collection challenges, probably just one of each. I don't know about hatching, but we'll see. Complete the collection challenges to receive Stardust and XP. There's going to be showcases. They're not telling us what they are, but just keep in mind.
I guess Pokemon's from the Sustainability Week. I don't know. It's like,
Yeah, I'd say if you got any of the Pokemon listed, any of the 5 for this event, Combi, Drillbur, Trubbish, Fungus, or Binacle, in an XXL, I'd try to keep them just in case you have them.
yeah.
But yeah, that's it for that event. Honestly, I'm pretty excited to hatch some 2Ks for this event.
Yeah. Okay. So I looked at it the first time that it came out, and my response on Twitter was, "That's it."
Yeah, I saw that.
So I read through the news when it came out before we actually announced it here, and I was like, okay, well, the body thing. I mean, if you really
That's
are
pretty
working,
lackluster.
if you are working, let's say on a mega or a legendary when it comes down to it, it's actually pretty good. But halving the distance and all that, really doesn't help you too much. But just get a couple of extra hearts per day, unless you get it excited and all of a sudden you got the entire completely of it. But you still have to earn that many hearts, regardless of how it may be. So it's not like you're gonna get extra hearts regardless of how you go about it. It's got to be easier to get them. So.
Yes.
Not to be a negative Nancy, but that's really nothing that we really care at that point. So, but yeah, the egg pool, I do want to say that the egg pool does seem pretty enticing to do. However, there's a few goods and bads when it comes down to it. The goods is, of course, all those can be shiny. It's definitely only going to be that pool in the 2K pool. If people are not lucky, when they start getting 5s and 10s, people are going to rage. I don't know how this is actually going to be. But there's good things and bad things. Good things is because things like Barnacle, Dribble, and even Trubbish are really rare to get, even as a shiny. Fungus, that's spawning in the wild a lot these days, so it's actually nothing that we haven't seen before, but the shiny is still sought after. And Combi, we technically had Combi for the last 2 events, so it's kind of like here and there. However, at the same time, the negative part of that is like if you shine a shiny male one, you're like, I wasted a fucking thing for this. So it's.
All that for a drop of blood.
I know, right? What the hell happened to my map? My game just teleported me somewhere. I don't know where the frick am I.
Spoofing.
Not shit.
I'm joking.
I know, right? But that's the thing is I don't even know where I am. It doesn't even have spawns or stops or anything that I can look at. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna let it be, and hopefully I'll go back to regularity anyways. But yeah, so yeah, when it comes out, that's the eggs. Again, one of the things. Field research, same thing. You can probably target some of the Pokemons a little bit easier that way. I know that it does say that the greater chance of encountering shiny Pokemons from eggs are better than wild or research.
Very random, though,
I still think that's BS because I never seen those odds even be higher in any type of event unless it's like an Ectaton for like Lucario or Riolu or things like that.
Yeah, I want to know how high they're raising the odds for the eggs.
Yeah.
Is it going to be like how high they raised the odds for Burmy and Combi? Because they were definitely really high for this last event, for the bug out event.
Yeah, then that's basically what I'm more. I guess
I'm interested to see if it's like
yeah. That's the interesting part when it comes down to it. So that's when okay. I'm back in the map. What the frick happened here? I tried catching a Pokemon, but I guess it kind of caught me like outside
Pokemon
of the.
use teleport, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm just gonna let it be when it comes down to it. But yeah, it's just one of those things to be interesting about when it comes down to it. I guess I don't know. It's. Collection challenge, it is what it is. Actually, let me ask you, did you complete the collection challenge for the bug out event?
You didn't?
Did you?
Oh, yeah, no, I did.
Okay, cool. Me too. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Another thing that people are actually pointing out is that there is no wild spawns mechanics in this event. So we're not getting, combi or dribble or anything in the wild that says that it's gonna be in the wild. It doesn't say anything about being in the wild. So people are a little skeptical that say that they may not actually have anything, and we may have natural vanilla spawns for the remainder of the event.
It would be pretty wild if they were only in quests and eggs. Who knows though? Maybe that'll work to the benefit of us. I don't know.
I mean, that's to say the least that the
crazy, though.
vanilla spawns haven't been too bad. I mean, especially in the last few seasons. I mean, we have seen some crazy stuff actually happening and all that. But still, it's just kind of like why not a event wild spawns, So
yeah, that is strange. I didn't notice that.
We'll have to see when it comes down around to it. Maybe they'll fully announce it, or maybe they'll say it's like, we're sorry, we forgot to actually add this to the blog or something like that. And, Niantic Cat just pushing stuff up for no reason when it comes down to it. So, another thing how to be when it comes to the cat. But yeah, that's all really I can think of. The event itself just doesn't seem... It does seem exciting. It's just that there's a lot that you have to do without those wild spawns available to you, or even to the newer player. So, I don't know.
At least it's 2Ks too, and not like 7Ks or 5Ks.
True. I mean,
that makes it a little bit more free to play for people too.
They're not giving us like half-assed distance anyway on this.
No.
The bonuses are just the body thing. And again, I don't even think that that's actually something that it should be even part of this event for that reason,
Yeah, it is kind of strange.
But, I mean, Sustainability Week does seem to be the first time that I see that it's not like a good event. I want to say the greatest because it's not. I don't think it's been the greatest, unless it's Adventure Week.
Adventure Week is pretty loaded, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like it's the middle of spring. We're technically the first month of spring and all that. So I guess we're just working to a better Earth at this point. Sustainability Week was, one of those events where you go out and, help your communities, clean up your beaches and everything like that to, help the world be a better place regardless. But this one around, I feel like it's not there. I mean, rubbish is rubbish. That's at least it eats the trash, so that's good. So that's about it. That's all I got to say for that. We'll definitely see more to it next week when the event starts. And hopefully we'll have more details if there's any more extra details about it. All right, so let's talk Go. Let's talk Rediscover Go. Just right after the podcast ended last week, we had a pretty substantial teaser from Pokemon Go saying that we're going to rediscover Pokemon Go and the way that it is. And we were hyped. We were actually really, really hyped about this type of update because, they're actually teasing it with a trailer. They're being like something's going on in the game. And yeah, we got the news now. So hashtag Rediscover Go. The event is now rolling out, or not even the event. The update is rolling out globally to players out there. But here's the gist of things of what happened. So rediscover the adventure of Pokemon Go with the new ways to express yourself, enhanced visuals, and a Go Snapshot upgrade. I wouldn't say that's very important if Drowsy wasn't here with me, but if you guys don't know, we had some, updates to the AR mechanics and things like that. People are upset about it because of the whole grinding thing, but Snapchat hasn't really had an update in many, many, many years. And I'm actually really excited to see this kind of thing for the reason that I have a lot of friends who actually are really good with Go Snapshot. That this hopefully is something that will thrill to come back into the game because they've been kind of like, on and off when it came down to it. Especially since, again, no updates for a long time kind of makes it seem like they don't care about it. But now they do.
Yeah.
So, discover a fresh new look with the updates and in-game map, encounter screen, battle screen, and more, all tailored at your location. From lush forests to bustling cities, tropical beaches to rugged mountains, you can immerse yourself in the diverse landscapes within Pokemon Go. Who knows what Pokemon awaits you on your journey? Both your avatar options and style shops has also received updates, allowing you to express yourself with more customization options than ever before. Plus, take your Pokemon photography to the new heights with our new updated Go Snapshot experience, which now allows you to include up to 3 Pokemon in a single photo. That's pretty cool. Somebody please give me request as a Kyogre and Groudon in the same picture. I know you. I know you all thinking it. Just do it. But here it is. So feature highlights again. Rediscover yourself. Very first thing that actually just came out today. But basically a brand new avatar expression. I guess weights and I don't know, skin color and everything has actually customized it. So if we actually go into the game right now, if you actually open up the game right now, you can see that my avatar actually looks a little bit different. I did actually do a little customization of my own as of now. But it kind of already looks like me, which I like. I wish there actually was a place for a beer, so that'd be pretty nice. But it is still a child's game when it comes down to it. So how it is. But yeah, that's a brand new avatar. So you have more ways to express yourself and customize your avatar a lot more. Hairstyles can be filtered by short, medium, and long. New section allows you to customize your avatar's body with choice of weight, muscle, shoulder, chest, and hips. And advanced color options are now available for your skin tone, hair, and eyes. To access the update, go to the snapshot and all like that. So again, it seems that, after almost 8 years, actually, we have finally got the chance to really customize our player a little bit more than usual. Before, we was just basically costumes, some new things that you have to buy. Now you actually may look more like your in-game character from real life in the end of the day. So that's pretty cool. Any thoughts on that, Chris?
Yeah, I definitely think it's something people wanted. I think people are always going to be upset about change, but I do think this is a good long-term change.
Yeah, it's good for the game. It's good. I mean, they definitely know that we can add new things that will help them express better as your avatar. Mm-hmm. And itself, just looks good in general. I mean, I know a lot of people are actually looking at it and be like, oh, this actually looks ugly and what the heck you did to my avatar and everything. Just give it a little bit of time and, play around with it. And I'm sure that people are going to warm up to it, to say the least, because in the end of the day, we're going to have to see it every day now. So that's not going to change away. It's not going to go back. And it's going to basically be just a little bit better for the future. So, RIP 2016 to 2024, all customization of the avatar. A moment of silence after 8 years, almost 8 years.
Burr, burr, burr.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay, for now at least. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, looking at my player model, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. We also have.
I accidentally gave myself boobs. Okay, yeah, no, that needs to change.
A brand new outfit is coming to the Stop Shop for all trainers on April 17. I'm actually wearing the backpack that they actually allows us to change now too. So that's pretty cool. I like it. I really do like it. More than just a regular backpack. It's like one of those straps or back things that you can put in the back of you. It's like on the shoulder.
Okay.
So that looked pretty cool.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Then we have 3 more things actually happening that they announced here on the news section here. On April 22nd, which is the Monday, we're also going to be rediscovering your world. Now, we already technically know what is happening because it's actually out for other players out that were, exploring the world, testing it out, things like that. So the Rediscover Your World will be, of course, the new map changes that Pokemon Go is going to have based on your location, where you are, and how things are go. At the same time, encounter screens, battle screens, all those things are also going to change based on where you are at the time. So I'm actually really excited about this, and I'm, can't wait for Monday to come around. So also because, I'm going to be on vacation pretty soon too. So that's going to be nice. But yeah, so that's going to be nice. We also have an event called Rediscovering Kanto that they say that they want to actually, cater to first generation. A lot of people are just saying, why Kanto? But that's because it is technically rediscovering the game.
No, I'm joking.
I know, right? Nostalgia for all 30 plus people in the United States. But still. And then on May 7th is when we'll have the Rediscovering Your Reality, which will be the update to Go Snapshot at that point. We don't have too many details on that last one. I don't know if anybody else, give me drowsy, please stop it. I don't know if anybody had actually access to the Go Snapshot feature or anything like that since the new update. I don't know if this been tested out or not, but it is something that we are happy to see for a lot of the players' outcome. So there's more to this to rediscover. So this is rediscover part 1. I'm happy about this kind of things that are happening, and I'm happy that they're actually pointing it out instead of just like dumping it on us for no reason at the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see trying to take a photo with 3 different Pokemon in one snapshot. I'm really interested to see.
The possibilities are endless, brother. Yeah, the possibilities are, and especially with all our 3 or legendaries out there. Yeah, I want to see those.
All the Shundos together.
Yeah, guys, if you're actually listening to this, and you finally get this update next month, please tag us in some of the pictures. We want to see them. I know you guys are very, very, very creative when it comes down to this kind of thing. So we want to see, and I'm hoping that if you guys are listening to this, to please make some cool 3-part legendary from the trios that we have in the game. So maybe
Amanda with the Shundo Rayquaza and Shundo Pig.
Yeah, I know, right? Like that'd be cool, right?
Dude, you're right though. Rayquaza, Kyogre, and Groudon together.
Yeah, in the same picture too, especially. I'm actually hoping that there's also some mechanics that allow the Pokemon to have some like cool, let's say, features when you actually put them in the map in the picture or something like that. So like maybe Kyogre smiling or Groudon just like, erupting or something. And then Rayquaza just like, moving around like a snake or something.
I'd say that.
Yeah, some things like that actually happen, although it will be a lot by the developers. But hey, you guys have been, working on this for a while, so make it happen. So, so again, this is a continuation, updated news because again, we'll definitely be going over what is going on with this Go Live update or rediscover yourself. So, all right. So we do have a bit more a lot more things to know and happen. Yeah, that's it from Pokemon Go at this point. We'll have a little bit more to talk about in the PvP section. So we still have a bit of time here in the podcast. How about we Pokemon Go sleep this time now? Anyways, so Pokemon Sleep. I know we usually, again, only take this news when we can, but there is some pretty good, interesting news happening right now. So we're actually about to.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. So first and foremost, notice from the developer saying that there will be a response for inappropriate conduct in the game, which actually I was a little surprised to hear this, that people are using third-party apps to alter their sleep sessions and actually either add more sleep sessions or do something specifically to get more spawns or things like that. I'm just like, are you all really cheating in a sleep game? Oh my God. I facepalm when I heard that. So I was like, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Chris?
Yeah, it's freaking weird, man. Like you can't trade them. So literally they're cheating just for bragging rights? I don't know, man. It's weird.
I don't know either. I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I don't know what to say. Like I'm speechless when it comes down to this kind of thing. Why would you even try to get to this point? But I'm glad that
I never even thought about it happening, man.
Yeah, I mean either. It's like we have a lot of mechanics in the game that we can use to not exploit, but use the abilities to actually play the game a little more efficiently than the others when it comes down to it. I have my Pokemon Go Plus right now in sleep mode, even though I'm not in bed right now, so I can definitely leave that and make sure that I have the nice 8 hours in the game. So I'm always having those kind of things. Those are kind of things that you can still do. I know that it's not supposed to be that way, but hey, if the feature is there and it's not harming because I'm playing the game that's intended, well, semi-intended, I guess, then, it is how it is when it comes down to it. There were also some updates that were coming to the game. I am trying to see and view those updates right now from the website because right now Pokemon Sleep is on maintenance, so we can't really go into the app for this. However, there will be some changes happening. Actually, this is the update that's doing it. That's the reason why we actually have this kind of thing. So, update 1.5, I think it is. Let me see, because I might be.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to actually see the update. So the update notices. This is the one that talks about the conduct of the stuff and everything. I'm surprised. I thought that was actually a little more. Oh no, well, it's because the general notices of the update is happening anyways. But we'll get back to you guys to what happens. I know there's a few changes, like the breakfast and dinner times are going to change. So breakfast was supposed to start at 6. It now will start at 4 a.m.
Really? Okay.
And dinner will actually end at 3:59. So if you guys don't know, if you actually, let's say, don't cook dinner on Sunday, and you go to you roll over to 4 a.m. and you go to a new island and everything, you're able to cook dinner on Monday, an extra dinner on Monday.
Bro.
Yeah, people are actually doing that. They were waking up around 4:30 or something like that, make sure they don't make dinner the day before, because there's no point of actually increasing their drowsy power. And people were waking up and actually
That's
saying
smart though, to be honest.
it was. And the developer said that it's technically taking a little bit of advantage, because not everybody will be doing that. I know our friend James actually did that because of his sleep schedule being so wonky with the overnights and everything. So he was doing those kind of things, but now that this update will roll out, it will not. So they're patching that up. So no more extra, dinner time. And actually, you could be a little more cheeky, because I know there's somebody out there that actually pointed out that if you change your time in your phone while you're moving to the new island. So let's say you wake up at 4:05 or something like that. You do you move to the new island and you're ready to make dinner. So all you have to do first is close out the game, turn over your phone settings to a earlier time zone, and then wake up and then turn on the game again. You will be on your new island, but you'll also be able to have the 20% chance of extra tasty for the dinner time of that.
Right.
So, people were actually being smart about things, but of course now this is going to change a lot of the way that the Pokemon sleep is really going to go for.
Yeah, waking up early, I would see that as an exploit, not necessarily in a bad way, but good on them. That's smart, whatever.
Yeah.
The fact that they didn't cook it before. But when you're changing the time things, that's when I'm like, bro, it's a sleeping app. Come on.
Yeah, I know. They just wanted to have the extra drowsy power at the end of or the beginning of Monday when it comes down to it. So it makes sense. I didn't do that whole thing. I did actually wake up early one of the Raikou events weeks, and actually, did my dinner for the following week and things like that. So I was, getting the extra day or the extra dinner time. But not to the extent that I needed the extra tasty or anything like that for that point. So, so I'll let that be when it comes down to it. I let the game itself run as what it was. So, however, that's not the only news that we're gonna have. There were more to the actual updates, and I think there were some changes to a few Pokemon. Looks like Slowbro is actually really good, and to me really good for ingredient finding of tails, because his frequency of ingredients is gonna go up and things like that. So.
Good.
Yeah. Other Pokemon like Sudowoodo, Sableye, Slowking, and I don't know if it was a Denny or not, but one of them, they also had something similar actually applied to their skills or their ingredient finding. So, however, the big news of this week's event is going to happen next week, actually, will be the arrival of Comfey into Pokemon Sleep, and then a brand new event called the Flower Festival. So the Flower Festival, what do we have here? Let's see. This will start at 4 a.m. on Monday, April 22nd, and will end, of course, on Monday, April 29th in all areas. So you can go to any of these areas, and you will actually be able to play this event regardless. During the event, you will be able to meet Pokemon of various sleep styles, regardless of your own. In particular, grass types and fairy type Pokemon will appear more likely in. You may even meet a shiny Pokemon. I'm glad that they actually had that no matter what.
Ralt.
I know, right? Well, actually, Ralts is a psychic type, so it's not.
He's a psychic fairy.
Yes, but in this game, it's only psychic. You didn't know that?
I forgot.
You didn't know that there's only one type technically in this game that allows
I
you.
forgot.
Magneton is steel type and electric, but it's only steel type. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So also during this event, Snorlax requested dishes will be set to salads, and the final strength value of the dishes will be multiplied by 1.5. The multiplier for extra tasty dishes will be different depending on the day. On Sunday, extra tasties will give you 4.5 times as much strength, and any of the other days they will give 3 times as much. So plan accordingly what you're going to make for a good Sunday dinner or Sunday breakfast, lunch, and dinner when it comes down to it, because that will actually be very strong if you actually manage to get extra tasty on each one of them in the day. During this week-long event, one of the Pokemon that visits during the sleep breaches will for sure be hungry. So you'll at least have a hungry Pokemon appear every time you go to sleep, or do a sleep session when it comes out to it. Same thing applies for friend instance and good camping tickets. So basically, if you have either one of those, more than one Pokemon will be hungry throughout the sleep session in that regard. I think I had one time I had 5 Pokemons hungry, and I was like, I don't think I want to spend all my things in there. So it is how it is. If you use a good camping ticket, okay, I just said that. In addition, throughout limited time missions during the event, you can get rewards such as comfy incense. So that's pretty cool. Just because sometimes it's not easy to get the type of Pokemon. I think
we don't know how easy it's going to be to catch.
Yeah, Combi is a Pokemon that will also arrive at the time of the event starting, which actually is 3 p.m. local time for everybody. It will appear on Greengrass Isle, Cyan Beach, and Lapis Lake, and the sleeping type will be Snoozing, which is actually kind of the hardest one to get of the sleep styles. The other two I'm able to manage a little bit depending on how I'm sleeping in bed, anyways. So
I keep getting slumbering.
Yeah. Then it says right here the bonuses on the last day. Of course, we just said that one of the Pokemon should be hungry. Dishes will be set to salads. 4.5 for extra tasty. Certain Pokemon will appear. So basically, it just goes over what we technically already talked about when it comes down to it. So the appearances rates of each one of the islands will be greater depending on what Pokemon are going to appear in each of those. So, of course, the boosted Pokemon for the grass types, the Bulbasaur line, the Bellsprout line, the Chikorita line, and the Leafeon will appear in the grass types. And then the fairy types will have the Clefairy line, the Jigglypuff line, Togepi line, and then Sylveon and Comfey will appear also as fairy types. So Comfey is a fairy type Pokemon. So that means they will give us the Pecha Berry for the beach area, correct? Yeah. But yeah, when it comes down to it. Then, of course, each one of those areas will have a specific levels. If you want to really look for Comfey, you'll have them both in Greengrass Isle, Cyan Beach, and Lapis Lake. But all those center Pokemon will appear in different biomes too. So you can technically kind of target some of them if you're really looking into. Of course, Greengrass is going to have the majority of them because it is, it will allow you to actually get basically every single one if you play the game that way that you want to. Cyan Beach will have things like the Clefairy line, Jigglypuff line, Bellsprout line, and Chikorita, and then a Comfey will also be appearing in that one. Tapu Holo will have mostly just the fairy type ones, so if you really are still looking for, let's say, a good Jigglypuff or a good Togepi, that's your best place to really point it out. Of course, Comfey will not be appearing in that island. Snowdrop, same things. Bellsprout will be the line that will, well, actually, just Bellsprout itself will only appear there. The Clefairy line and then the Togepi line will appear in Snowdrop. And then Lapis Lake, which, again, if you haven't unlocked it, I'm so sorry. Bellsprout line, Bulbasaur line, Chikorita line. Leafeon will also be appearing there. And, of course, the same thing for Comfey and some of them. Fairy type Pokemon that appear there. So again, just go to sleep and make sure that you sleep those days. Also to note, the good sleep day is actually that same week. So you actually get the chance to really power up your dishes and your drowsy power if you know what you're doing. Any thoughts, Chris?
Yeah, definitely looks like a fun event. I always like the ones that give you more power just for doing nothing. Just making the same food.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, dude, I've been stuck on the search for like 3 weeks straight. And they did say that there was
Really?
an update that was supposed to not have, Snorlax actually, wanting
Request the
the
same
request
thing
same
back
thing.
to back.
It might be because I used like maybe one or two camping tickets during the Raikou event that actually changed the way that things were.
And it was just like, hey man, you were supposed to get these a week ago. Here you go.
Yeah. Well, I'm not mad about it. The certs are probably my strongest suits,
I like
especially
those too.
in Lapis Lake right now. So, and I am in Lapis Lake right now. I actually finally reached Master 1. And, spoiler alert, I haven't actually reached Master 1 in Snowdrop yet.
Yeah, I think Curry's is my least favorite.
I can't. If I'm gonna do curries, I feel like I need to be in the hollow. Just because you get good things like sausage and things like that in the end of the day. But I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what's the best combination of Pokemons for each island to see
That's
what's the best combination for each one of the dishes, because I do focus more on dishes than the berry finding or anything like that. So that's really the best way for me to power up the drowsy power for Snorlax, aside from a few things here and there. Although I do have an amazing Gardevoir that has been keeping my team super healthy for the entirety of any day. So, and I'm glad I powered up. So, what about you? Any cool things here and there?
Just docking up on those sub-skill seeds, debating who I want to give it to. I'm always going to be happy with my Wigglytuff, man.
Yeah, dude.
18 energy to each Pokemon, come on.
Yeah. Did you put a sub skill, or not a sub skill, but a main seed on it?
Yeah, I think I put one main seed skill on it.
Yeah.
I might put another. I don't know, because Wiggly is just supreme. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure Gardevoir is good. No, Gardevoir probably gives better items.
Bro, I mean, it gives me
On the
corn and
end.
apples, and which is really good when it comes down to it. But I mean, it's just amazing in Lapis. Dude, my Gardevoir, when he actually evolved to Gardevoir, it was already at 3,000 RP. So I was like, what the
I'm
frick?
not surprised.
Yeah, still. I mean, I did actually invest some sub skills. I think I spent its 2 main skills on it, and I am waiting for it to reach level 50 so I can invest the last sub skill seat that I have. So that way it actually powers up his energy for everybody by 1. So, but still,
It adds up.
it adds up. Yeah. Like at first I was like a level 11 or something. When I finally got to level to 15 energy for everybody, I was like, dude, I'm like, nobody's dying. Like nobody's dying right here. So I think Gardevoir is gonna be my staple Pokemon for the rest of my career in Pokemon Sleep for a while. So unless I get a shiny Godlike or something like that. So, but yeah, that's it. That's all that we got for Sleep. I don't know. Stay tuned. We may actually have more sleep related stuff going on in the future. You never know. But yeah, so let's get back into Pokemon Go real quick and talk one final thing. PvP section, get good, get wrecked. Here we go. So, GBL. What do you got on GBL? Do you have anything? I think we're in Master League right now, right? Master League and
I know
Jungle.
it was like Jungle Cup. Is it
It's
Master
still-
League and Jungle Cup still?
Yeah, Master League Jungle Cup Great League Edition. So yeah, it's still that. When are we changing it? Tomorrow? No, it's actually changing on the 19th.
I don't know.
Interesting.
19th?
Yeah, which is 2 days from now. So Friday.
In Jungle Cup, I've been having fun.
Okay.
I haven't played like a crazy amount, but I just got my my ranking recently. I got Charizard, Nidoqueen, Shadow Nidoqueen, and Vigoroth.
Nice.
And I was having fun with it.
Can you use that Victor Bell?
Definitely. Huh?
Can you use that Victor Bell?
Which victory bell?
I don't know. Can Victor Bell be in Jungle Cup?
I think I've seen it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it can.
I mean,
Because
Fortuna
what are
seems
the
to
typings? Yeah, grass.
yeah. I mean, it's called Jungle for a reason, you know.
Oh my gosh!
I'll leave you to
They got
that
some
one.
crazy typings in there for
Yeah.
jungle.
Yeah. I'm glad that when it comes down to it, GBL still holds strong to a lot of different things. However, we're also going to be talking to play Pokemon events. Last week, we talked about the internationalists in Europe, which we have, our winners and everything. This time, actually this week, Ken passed, Orlando Regionals was happening. Surprisingly enough, we were not thinking of being able to go, even though I do want to actually attend.
I didn't have time.
Bro, I mean, maybe next year when you're like over there at this point, you're just gonna be like, hey, you want to come over? It's like, hell yeah, let's do it.
That would be funny.
That would be cool.
Right down the street.
We had some amazing casters adding us for Speediest Chief back into the boot. So thank you, Jesus. Thank you for the beer. Anyways, and then we have a winner, which is now a 3-time regional champion, Doombunny. Yeah. So
Doombug?
yeah, Doombug. So the man is going crazy. I mean, he was in the internationals last weekend, and then he appeared in the Orlando regionals. If he would actually have an international title and 3 regionals under his belt, bruh, the man would have been unstoppable when it comes down to it. So he's unstoppable right now. He's been winning a lot of games. He's definitely secured his master ticket or world's ticket when it comes down to it. So congratulations to Doombun. Definitely amazing performance for him. Teams were interesting, and even the casters were amazing. Actually, the some of the battles were actually like, oh, if you throw this and that and things like that. I was watching a little bit here there
when they know what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, and I love it. I love it so much. But everybody in the last few play Pokemon events and all the casters out there have been amazing. So I'm glad that things like that are part of the game itself. So yeah. That's it. That's pretty much it. I think we talked enough for 1 hour, so I'm glad. Thank you so much for everybody who has come to listen. Anything else that we gotta add, Chris? Anything else that you think you have to talk about?
Nothing I can think of. Yeah, I just think we gotta wait for the next fun event.
Yes, definitely. But yeah, again, it's just, we definitely are happy to still play this game, even though it doesn't seem like there's much going on. But there's definitely more changes coming. I mean, GoFest is a few months to go to get there. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm drowsy. However, case may be. Thank you so much for everybody for listening to the podcast. Sorry for that last noise right there. You can always listen us to any of the podcast services feeds: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Music, and all those places. We greatly appreciate it if you can leave us a review. Follow our social media: Purified Podcast, Pure Let It Go, and then Pokemon Trigger Please. That's PKMN Trigger Please with a C at the end. Email us anything to the purifiedpodcast@gmail.com. Again, guys, I want to see those snapshots when it comes out. Please send those to us if you can. I know it won't happen for a few weeks, but that'd be great. Join our Discord. We may be changing that pretty soon. There's a few things that we gotta go over. But then don't forget to check us out, PokemonProfessorNetwork.com/PurifiedPodcast or the PurifiedPodcast.com website. So again, just to elaborate the last little statement, we are working well into the Pokemon Professor Network, so we're gonna definitely check out a few things there. We'll be making a couple of changes, maybe not some major ones, because we definitely still want to be our own, but at the same time, we're so happy to be part of the Pokemon Professor Network. With that being said, Chris, take us away for the night.
All right. It's been a lovely week of Pokemon Go. We got our fill of bugs. I hope you guys were able to get a female shiny Combee if you were hunting for it. And if not, I hope you guys are able to get it for Sustainability Week. Get out there, get catching, have fun, and play Pokemon Sleep if you're into it. Mm-hmm. And we'll catch you guys next week, where hopefully we got even more news for you. I'm pretty sure we'll even have more news for you. So yeah, peace out, guys. Have fun.
Keep purifying them, everybody, and we'll see you guys next time.